Hi everyone, this is God's Girl G, and thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. And for those of you returning to this channel to watch this video and you're not already subscribed, I am going to encourage you to do so by clicking the subscribe icon below. And if during the course of this video you hear something that you like, click the thumbs up, comment below, or better yet, share this video with someone who you feel could benefit from this information. With that stated, let's get into today's discussion. Falling away from God is actually more common than what you think and can come in all forms. It doesn't have to be someone who publicly renounces the Bible or someone who in very obvious ways lives out their sinful ways in a secular world. It can be as subtle as having the appearance of being right with God from an outside world perspective, but in reality, their heart can be so deviated from God. Now, just in my opinion, I believe the more subtle of the two is the scariest. So for those of you who think you have fallen too far from God because you have extremely in obvious ways lived for the world, you are no less or more unworthy of being saved than those whose darkened hearts are cloaked by goodness. And to those of you who the Lord has uncovered your eyes to the condition of your heart, be thankful. So what does the Bible say about coming back from a fall? If you want a story of redemption, a wonderful story in the Bible is that of the Prodigal Son. This story is found in Luke chapter 15. The story begins by introducing us to a father who had two sons. Now Luke, through a parable taught by Jesus, takes us on this journey of the younger son, his return to the father, and the response of the brother. Now, for many years, when I would read this story, I would actually focus in on the brothers. But as I've matured, I realized the importance of also focusing my attention on the father's response. So the story is that when the youngest son demands his inheritance before his father dies, which is out of the ordinary, the father actively responds. The father divides the inheritance between the two brothers. Now, according to Old Testament law, the younger son would receive 1/3 of the inheritance. Now, the son then leaves his father only to squander his wealth and succumb to the perils of natural disaster. The prodigal son reaches his breaking point when he is starving and has to take work feeding pigs, an animal that Jewish people regarded as unclean under dietary laws. Now, when the youngest son returns home, the father welcomes him. He then prepares a feast in celebration of his younger son's return to honor him. Now, when the older brother grumbles against the situation, the father actively rebukes him. He reminds his eldest son of his place within the family and his portion of the inheritance. The father then calls the son to join in with him in celebration of the younger son. The parable of the lost son or the prodigal son serves as a wonderful reminder that God actually celebrates when we come home to him. So now I would like to share with you 3 truths about coming back after a fall. Truth 1, God can save anyone. No one is too lost or too far gone for God to rescue. His grace is enough. God is the God of the impossible. So those of you that believe you've fallen so far from God, know this: God will and can save anyone who comes to him by faith. Truth 2, the result of coming back to God is going to be good, but that doesn't mean it will be easy. The end result of getting back to God after falling away is going to be good, but the process is going to be very hard because sin, let's face it, does feel good. If sin didn't feel good, there would be no reason why it would have a hold on us. The fact of the matter is, there is something rather enticing about sin. But while it is clear that coming to the foot of the cross fills us with joy because we get reunited with our Creator. The journey until that day isn't necessarily easy. Truth 3, you don't have to do this alone. If you're watching this video right now, I'm guessing that you might be feeling a little alone and scary, especially if you're trying to make a comeback after falling away. You might feel like you have no one to talk to who would understand, and you might feel completely lost in your journey trying to get back to God. You're not alone. Every single time we cry in frustration and hurt that there is no one to talk to, God is right there with you and wants you to bring your worries and cares to Him. The one who can move mountains created you to be in a closer relationship with Him and find joy knowing that you are never alone. So what is the main message of the Prodigal Son? The main message is this: it doesn't matter how far away that we stray from our Heavenly Father or how much we squander the gifts He provides. He is always delighted when we turn back to Him. His unconditional love is waiting for our return, where He'll greet us with open arms. Every lost person who is found is cause for great celebration. So wherever you are in your Christian journey, the lesson is the same. It's all about our personal relationship with God and recognizing that no matter our thoughts or actions, He loves us and welcomes us with open arms when we turn to Him. Thank you so much for joining me today. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Bye.